Hello and welcome. This is Martin, this is CELTA Experiences, and thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to be looking at how to get your first EFL job after the CELTA. Thank you ever so much to everybody who has subscribed and liked the previous video, that's great. Also, thanks for all the comments and support, that's wonderful. And a huge thank you to everybody. I've just hit over 1,600 subscribers, so that's brilliant news. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone. Now, today we're going to be looking at how to get your first EFL teaching job after you complete the CELTA. And, I created a poll and many people responded. And the most popular one was how to find a job after the CELTA. Okay, that hit 29 votes, and the one after that was how to successfully complete the CELTA assignment. So with regards to today's video, we're going to be looking at how to get your teaching job. And you completed the CELTA, you've finished everything, and you want that experience, and there's many jobs available that allow you to go straight from the CELTA onto teaching in the classroom. I would recommend that you look for particular jobs which require no teaching experience after the CELTA. There's quite a few jobs available with the British Council or International House, but some of those jobs need you to get the experience before applying, and they usually ask for 2 years post-CELTA experience. So how do you get that experience? Well, what I would recommend is that you look at particular websites and consider other opportunities which require zero teaching experience. A lot of the organisations now today need people to have an undergraduate degree, but they also need people to have that CELTA or equivalent. And one of the most popular areas in the world at the moment, or the most lucrative areas in the world, are China, Korea and the Middle East, Saudi Arabia or the UAE. Now, if you're looking for your teaching job, I would recommend you first start at Dave's ESL Cafe, and it's one of the most popular websites. And if you have a look, you've got the Korean job board, you've got the China job board, you've got the international job board, but you can also upload your CV and have recruiters contacting you to see if there's particular jobs that you're keen to apply for. So if we have a look at the Korean job board, you can see that there are various opportunities available in South Korea. But there's like 5 jobs per day having a look at this, and these range from hagwons, private institutes, or public schools. And I would recommend maybe trying to apply for a position such as a public school, and a public school will give you a bit more security. Hagwon, it's good. I worked for a hagwon initially, but there's not much flexibility with regards to working for a hagwon. You only have 10 days holiday per year, so that's not great. Anyway, let's have a look at the China job board. And if we have a look at the China job board, you can see there are a lot more jobs available in China than there are in Korea. And the reason for that is there's a greater demand for English teachers in China than there is in Korea. And the monthly salary is starting to overtake the Korean salary with regards to English teachers. The drawback between China and Korea is that they usually require CELTA holders from particular countries, and they're restricted with regards to nationality intake. So they normally require teachers from the US, Canada, the UK, Ireland, South Africa and various other English-speaking countries, which is not great, particularly for those teachers that have the experience and have the teaching qualifications and, are accepted in Europe. So if you're considering another avenue, I would recommend maybe looking at International House. International House is great. They support equality and they also employ teachers from various backgrounds and various nationalities as well. So if you have a look at jobs, you can see various jobs available around Europe and the UK. All right, so there are teaching positions in Madrid, there's teaching positions in Moscow, Poland, Portugal, and various other places as well. And this would be a good starting ground. So, for example, you have a full-time EFL teacher in Valladolid in Spain. Not sure how you pronounce that, but you're looking at a good starting salary. And it's open for those with the right to work in the EU, so it's not restricted by nationality. You must have a CELTA, a Trinity TEFL, or an equivalent initial teaching qualification. They don't restrict it with regards to the length of experience that you have as a teacher, but you can gain that experience working for an organisation, a reputable organisation, so you can move on to a position with more responsibility and recognition. Okay, so we have Dave's ESL Cafe, we have IH, International House, and we also have the British Council. Now, although I mentioned that the British Council usually employ teachers with experience, they normally, in certain countries, employ teachers with no experience, and they're willing to support teachers. Okay, so you can have a look at the jobs available with the British Council and try and find those positions. Okay, so you can have a look at their current vacancies, and they have vacancies for internal and external candidates. But once you're in the British Council, then you can start applying for positions internally. Okay, but let's have a look at the external vacancies. And one region that they normally employ teachers without any experience is usually Egypt. Okay, so if we type in Egypt, and if we have a look, okay, they have an hourly paid teacher of English, higher education manager, IELTS examiner in Egypt. What else do they have? Okay, teacher of English. It's an open position. It's open till the 31st of August. So, and just below, just seen it, teacher of English, opportunity for newly qualified teacher, Cairo, Egypt. So there are positions available in the British Council, but the majority of them are only available for those teachers with experience. Okay, so we have Dave's ESL Cafe, we have International House, you have a selected job with the British Council. And finally, if you're thinking of teaching in the UK or abroad for that matter, have a look at summer schools. And there are positions and opportunities available in the UK to teach, but they also offer residence for teachers. So if you're based in Spain, they'll offer you a position. You fly over and you stay in residence. You look after the students, but you also teach as well. So you gain that experience, and you gain experience working in residence. Okay, and it's the UK summertime now, so there are a lot of opportunities available. So let's have a look by UK. Okay, 139 positions. The summertime in the UK is the highest peak for teachers, and so you can find a position with no experience, but you have to be careful anyway. So you have EFL teachers for summer camp, first job that's been posted, and the deadline is Saturday 20th of July. Okay. If we have a look at the details here, let's see if they request any teachers with experience. Okay. So they're looking for a CELTA minimum ELT qualification. They're also previous residential summer school experience or experience to teach mixed nationality groups is preferred. So it's not, well, it's a desirable quality. It's not necessary, and you can have a look at that. Okay. So there's an induction program to help you prepare, and the contracts vary from 2 to 7 weeks. So it's a short period, but you gain that experience of teaching, but also living in residence and working with other teachers and working for an organisation in the UK. And there's various other opportunities available, not just in the UK in the summertime, but also abroad in Europe and other places as well. Okay, so to sum up, if you want to get a job after the CELTA, have a look at these websites and apply for the positions. And I would recommend sending off your CV and also contacting possible schools for opportunities as well. Okay, and finally, with regards to jobs, there's a couple of things that you can consider doing once you've been contacted by recruiters, or also have a look at the interview process. And there's things that you can do before the interview to help you assess whether that school is suitable or unsuitable for you. In my next video, we'll look at what to consider when you're applying for particular jobs and how to go about assessing whether that school is suitable for you or not. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, and good luck with your applications. I hope, once you've finished your CELTA course, you get that experience and then you're able to teach where you want to teach. A huge thanks to everybody who has subscribed already. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you can click on receive notifications all the time, and then you'll be notified when I upload a new video in the future. Hit the like button, leave a comment, please let me know what video you'd like to see next week, and I hope to see you soon. Happy teaching, bye bye. Turns to a piece of heaven.